Well, welcome to round number 8 of the season. It's season 3. We're back here for tier 2, and it is the British Grand Prix of Alpha Racing League. We are back for another season of ARL. I am PMBO5 if you don't know who I am, and I am joined by Polo God. Polo God, how are you?
Hello, I am a grand heading into Britain. Probably one of the most iconic tracks. I mean, it did hold the first ever Grand Prix in racing in F1, I guess. So, yeah, hopefully, and it's also home to some of the most iconic ARL races. So hopefully, we have a classic here today.
Yes, sir, I can agree with that one. I actually want to look back to Britain last season. Well, I don't know if you remember anything last season. I would hope you do. Tier 2. Kagoda dominated that race. I think that's one of the, if not the largest gap for the race victory from first and second. I can check that right now. Yes, that is the biggest gap for race victory. Well, biggest margin for the win. And Kagoda won that one. B-Nick looked like he was going to come second, but hey, he made a bold strategy call, staying out on the tires he did when it became dry. And he did what he had to. That's putting it that way. He did what he had to try to get a podium. Wasn't enough though, because Pluto and Asian all got on the podium that race. It was Kagoda, Pluto, Asian, and Milo Gaming put on a pretty good pole position lap ahead of his teammate GSR Hamilton, making it the first 1-2 in qualifying between teammates at Williams last season. So yeah, I think this race had, like you said, has a lot of history, and right there it shows.
I actually do remember some stuff from that race. I mean, wasn't it like on the vote for one of the worst aero races from the awards last season, or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
I don't think it was an awful race. But I think Kagoda dominating the race kind of made it less exciting for the viewers. I mean, it wasn't an awful race, but yeah, I could kind of see why it could be up there. I mean, most of the tier 2 races last season were pretty good, so
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
Yeah, I
really.
could agree with that. There were many bangers, you could say. There was many races that were outstanding. So, yeah, I could agree with that. I also want to kind of focus as well on some of the guys making their first starts. Last season making their first start was Big Chungus. He still is in this league, unlike the other two people in tier 2 or tier 1 and tier 3 who made their first starts. What are my thoughts on Tripod? I don't know. We'll give that later. We'll talk about that later about his him leaving the league. We'll talk about that later when we get to the points. But hey, the first starts from this season though in this race, GSR Chili, he's making his first start. He's over from the in that league where those guys race their tier 2 on Sundays. After the ARL races, he's usually in those races. I actually got the opportunity to commentate with him in Britain in tier 4 of GSR at the start of the season. So who knows what it could go like for him. He's the new Williams driver, replacing Super Woman. AMS Rain as well, keep in mind, he's, oh, well, right there, he goes to the top. That's just impressive right there. But hey, AMS Rain, the new driver for Renault, replacing Utah Elephant after Utah Elephant, going over to Alfa Romeo, replacing ARL Tripod. Both those guys doing a little bit of different things, you know, kind of going to Renault, going to Alfa Romeo. You know, you could call it with Utah Elephant kind of following Dylan Boy, because those guys both were at Renault, and now they're both at Alfa Romeo together. So it's kind of interesting to say at the least. But yeah, just to kind of go over as well, you know, the tier 3 race as well. That race, I wouldn't say it was the most boring race, but I'd say it wasn't the most exciting race out of them all. Wouldn't you agree?
It was a very average race. It wasn't too dirty. There were a few moments there. It wasn't a bad race, but a pretty forgettable one in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Now, what probably won't be forgettable is those last 2 safety cars. Similar to how Hungary Tier 1 had their 2 last safety cars last season. Those were very, very, very crazy. Those safety car restarts, they were... I mean, you know who was going to win the race because of penalties, Bennett. But you didn't know who was going to go finish second. Fiery took his first points. Hissy took a podium. Squid Jr. took a podium. That's under investigation. That podium could be flooring fully, possibly. So, that could be interesting. tier 3 race, kind of thoughts from your perspective? Like you said, it was an average race, but what else do you kind of give on that race from what we saw?
Mm, well, I guess it's the last two safety cars, like you said, was hectic. I mean, I mean, like I think it was at the second safety car, Aaron Ocon was like sixth. Or no, the first safety car, Aaron Ocon was like sixth or something. Then he dropped down to 12th. That's how crazy it was. Like a lot of people were just
Yeah.
either going up or going down. We didn't know who was gonna finish on the podium, so. Although it wasn't the most memorable race, the two safety car restarts do kind of have to be noted.
I was also gonna say, what asked me noted as well that, um, like I think it reminds me of tier 2 last. Well, not tier 2. It reminds me of tier 1 last season. Um, and with the way it was going with Boker. The way to bring it up, in my opinion, is that, okay, yes, there's domination with Mr. Boker right now, right? There's not really much of a battle for first. But you saw that with Black Raw Bennett. You can get within that gap, but you can't pass that gap, if that makes sense. That's kind of what Cobra and Rizone had last season, where they can get within that gap, but they can't pass that gap of Boker. And that was the problem, I think, that race. Black Raw got within that gap that he could have on, but he couldn't pass that gap. He couldn't get by that gap that he created, getting within that second of DRS. But he couldn't get by it. That's the problem. He was stuck within it half the time. So I don't know. I figured that race, was similar to how Tier 1 Season 1, or not Tier 1, Tier 1 Season 2 was most of the season, where there'd always be something going on behind that. But keep in mind, if there's a mistake in that front battle between Boker, Cobra, Rizone, keep your eye on it, because we've seen many times before. Bennett, of course, he's won his fourth race of the season in 8 races. Boker did something similar last season, but at least at the halfway point. But the thing is, you got to keep your eye on it, because Bennett here making his first tier 2 start today. Keep your eye on it, because if Bennett, someone like him, makes a mistake, well, boom, there you go. Something may happen, and it may allow someone like a Squid Jr., a Raptor, a Black Raw, someone like those guys to win a race, because they already have won races. So yeah, I mean, you got to be keen of any mistakes that go on, because any mistakes that do happen, you can't let your mistake and then be like, oh, well, I just had the race win costage from me. Look at Verstappen this season in Britain. Whenever Hamilton had the puncture, they decided to pit. They decided to go the safe route. Well, they could have even won the race. So you want to, risk versus reward. I mean, that's the difference of it. You want to be lucky, but you also want to not be unlucky like that. So yeah, points now, Paulo, as things stand. Atlantis has that 19-point lead over Adam Fav. And those points really changed after, the last safety car that happened last week. A lot of the stuff changed, and we didn't expect it to change as big as it did. That was crazy with the way it gone. I also was going to say as well, Davis, because that second place finished from Davis, he got himself back in the top 3 in the points, and he's got himself up there. Keep in mind, tier 3 last season at the halfway point, things were not over. Things were starting to turn around for Davis, and things were starting to get good for Davis. Atlantis at second qualifying, Davis at third, F1 Boy as well fourth. Good job to him. But with the way it sits for Atlantis, Adam, Davis, they're all within 23 points of one another. Adam 19 back, Davis 23 back. I look at those guys and I think, well, look at Chevy Giant last season. He was in command of the lead. He was out front. 67 points out of Davis at one point in the first few races. Now, after when Chevy Giant started to not show up, started to climb back up to Davis and started to get Davis back into things. It's just the way it goes for Adam and Davis, because Atlantis DNF'd the last race, and that could be crucial for the championship if he does that again today. Paulo, are you there? You're
I
think.
Were you expecting me to say something?
Yeah, no, I was expecting. I was expecting, because that could, like I said, that could change the championship between them if something happens to Atlantis. Because remember last season, Chevy Giant Davis, things changed very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Davis, he's been really on it the last couple of races. I mean, it's like how he was in tier 3 last season. He had kind of a rough start, getting points here and there, but not really challenging at the front, to now being near the front and getting himself back into the championship fight. Adam Fab also has also been pretty good recently. Had a pretty, again, like Davis said, a pretty rough start, but just really picked up the pace. Um, I mean, Alanis has had a few poor races recently as well. So if Alanis does have another poor race, and Davis and Adam Fab have another good race, who knows? It could change the championship, like you said. It's anything can happen.
I mean, we saw how quickly the Tier 2 championship changed last season. It could go to Pluto. That changed very quickly. So, yeah, that's what I mean. Um, well, both drivers are at Alfa Romeo, as F1 driver mentions, outside the top 10 right now as things stand. And the qualifying, we saw crazy qualifying last season. Milo Gaming take pole last season by 6,000s, 5,000s actually, sorry. Which did, at the time, better the closest pole yet, which you had the record for Polo, having the pole for that one.
Yep. Oh yeah, we have to mention it. Stubborn got another pole, which is sad, but
It will happen this season. Mark my words. It will happen. 4 seconds remain in the qualifying session. The Williams of Bennett actually goes up to third right there. That's impressive for his first Tier 2 start. Behind that, there's an Alfa Romeo crossing the line. That's Utah Alpha, and he's going to start a lap. Behind that, Red Bulls. Riles heading into the pits. There's Rappalucas as well out of the session. As things stand, there's the Williams behind that. That should be GSR Chile coming to the line. Goes to third ahead of his teammate. Bennett reserving for him. And Alabama Outlaw, who has the 5-second penalty coming into this race, stands 11th as things stand. And you also have as well the other Renault. That is AMS Rain. He's trying to improve on the pole time currently.
he might be up
Coming out
as
of the final
well.
corner.
Actually, no, he doesn't improve,
Did not
but
get
he's
it.
close.
The McLaren of
Alanis
Atlantis.
goes
He's going to
pole.
get it though. That's by a 10th right there. Behind that, Silent already had a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Ralph Belucas as well. But with Atlantis going to the top, what does that mean? Sam Steed goes third. Behind that, there's there's the Racing Point of Milo as well, along with the Alfa Romeo of Utah Alpha and Silent. Silent goes third. Behind that, Milo Gaming took pole last season. It's only 16th. And out of the session, Utah Alpha goes.
He's gone flying. Jeez. Manny
Manny
Mumu.
Mumu, is this his opportunity to take pole away? It's second. It's a front row start for McLaren.
Great qualifying for those boys. And gonna have them the constructors as well.
And yeah, that 7th place finish by Ben in qualifying does have people talking. It is, yeah, technically, it is a McLaren 127, so, yeah. Weird to put it. But hey, as we've seen in Britain in Season 1, that top 14, that top 10 itself is very, very close. A 10th separating pole position right there? Well, that's 2 McLarens on the front row. And, you also have as well the top 17 just all within a second. Go through the qualifying order, Paulo.
Alright, Alanis takes pole position. Very good lap from him, 24-4. Manny Mumu takes second. AMS Rain in a second start takes third. GSR Silent fourth, but will drop down. And Sam Steed in fifth. Technically, it will be GSR Chile in fifth, as, like I said, Sam's grid penalty.
Yeah, F1 driver mentions, what was that for? He had collided with Rappalucas, it said. I didn't catch it live, but that's what the game had registered like 20 minutes later, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it is a McLaren 127 as things stand with the way it is. This should be interesting with the way this race goes because both teammates, Atlantis, Matty Mumu, how are they going to work together to keep the lead? Because we saw in Tier 1 last season, Paulo, you had to be in that DRS train or else you're gonna win the race. There's no way you could get you could be out of that DRS train and you were gonna win. There's no way. F1 driver, I mean, he got up to that DRS train, but he was on a different strategy, starting from a quali band. So, what does this then mean? KDX at a one shot. Bama has a 5-second under this race. What's gonna happen for those guys? How much do they need to push to be able to get extra finishes that they wouldn't expect? I mean, they're probably expecting KDX probably in Alabama, probably a points finish, but they're probably going to need more. What do they need to do to make it better?
I guess for the likes of KDX and Alabama Outlaw, I think If I look at the tires, are they? Yeah, they're on mediums. They're trying that alternate strategy, which since they have 5 seconds and KDX had that one shot, that is very smart because they're gonna, once like lap 9, they're gonna be in clean air for quite a number of laps. It's like the medium runners are near each other, so it's just gonna depend on how well they're gonna take their mediums and just push on the softs. That's what they're gonna try and do.
I thought I'd also mention before we go for the ones to watch. It's a British top four. Just put it that way. Anyway, I'm gonna go with my favorites now. I'm gonna go. Well, how about Adam Fab down in 10th? Last season for him, this is where the turning point in the championship was. This is where he started falling down after he was up at the top of the championship. DNF after this race last season, and he's looking to do a lot better than last season because now he's in AlphaTauri with his teammate up in 4th. He had a teammate with Riles last season who've gone to finish 5th in this race. So how are these two teammates out in 5 same seed, even though they're 6-7 places apart? How are they going to work together with one another? And I'm going to go, I mean, Williams do sit 5th and 6th. That does look very good for both of them, especially with Bennett reserving today. But I'm going to go with AMS Rain today, sitting 3rd. Full-time start going at Renault. Would you say it's a better replacement than Utah Elephant? You could definitely say that, maybe with the consistency in the finishes, but I think Utah Elephant fits an Alfa Romeo just right. They're just probably better for Renault because they want someone who can not get into many crashes and have the bad luck Utah has been having. AMS Rain, I mean, he didn't really have much bad luck last week. A decent finish for him. He can possibly steal a podium here today. Paulo, 2 favorites from you quickly.
Alright, first up is Bennett. All eyes are on him today. First race in Tier 2, and he's really done well in qualifying. Can he keep up his pace today? Who knows. And my other one is going to be Alanis, obviously starting from pole. He's the championship leader again, like Bennett. All eyes are on him to see if he can extend his championship lead. Can he do it? I mean, I don't know.
Who was your other favorite besides Atlantis?
Bennett.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Well, no one picked Manny Mumu. I just want to put him as a dark horse. Put Manny Mumu in there as well. I'll just say that. Anyway, we're just waiting for the 5 red lights to come on for the British Grand Prix. Well, I won here in a McLaren in Season 1. We'll see if Atlantis can do the same. We'll find out. 26 laps upon us here. It's lights out and away we go. Matty Mumu Atlantis side by side off the grid into turn 1 while AMS Rain, he's going to challenge for second on Matty Mumu. Behind that, GSR Chili runs a bit wide, and behind that there's cars going off in the runoff just a little bit. Now into turn 3 for the first time, the racing point, and the Ferrari is off. That's Bobby the Human and Milo Gaming who picked up damage, but Atlantis keeps the race lead while AMS Rain has took second away from Matty Mumu off the start. Chili, Sam, they go side by side as well. That's 4th, and Sam C gets ahead right there. But behind that, Bennett is trying to challenge in his new teammate. And the Alfa Romeo silent, ducking out, trying out Adam Fab. They're side by side right there. They almost come to touch right there. And ahead of that, Davis, he's trying in Bennett as well. This is side by side. Davis gets ahead. Bennett still trying to maybe make a move in for the race lead. AMS Rain around the outside of Cops on Atlantis. He goes through at Cops. AMS Rain ahead with a little bit of a track extend.
I know it was a bit of a track extend, but Jesus, what a move from AMS Rain.
Crashing
There's
at
a yellow
the back.
flag. I think that's GSR Silent, or is that you talking? There's damage at the back. Wow, GSR Callum has damage. GSR Silent has
GSR
damage.
Luke's had a really bad start, and so is Davis, because Davis, even though he wasn't a flyer to what we'd usually expect from him, F1 Boy's going on to pass him as well. And look at the positions gained right here off the start of the race. 4 positions for Brake Tester from starting P20. 4 positions for Utah Elephant. 3 for Riles, 2 for Bama, 2 for KDX. A lot going on in this race for sure. And yeah, that may make ARL overtake of the week right there. Well, DR's enabled. No, that should not be right. DR should not be enabled, but the running order trying to fix itself. GSR... Yeah, GSR Silent, GSR Callum. Yeah, GSR Silent, GSR Callum, they come in the pits. Bama Outlaw, who had a 5-second penalty, had spun out, and that's a VSC that brings out. Well, that's Bama Outlaw with no front wing. Well, what I'm confused about is Square had no front wing and hit the wall as well. That brought out a safety car at the end of the race. This brought out a VSC from this. So, no front wing. no justice to the game, I guess you could say. But yeah, overtake of the week. Yeah, I see a lot of people say that, and yeah, that could be probably a good overtake of the week. While things stand, AMS Rain does keep this race lead ahead of Atlantis. Is AMS Rain going on for his first win and his first full-time start? That'd be a great story to tell you. He currently sits on the race lead while Atlantis is trying to challenge him, but behind that, Matty Mumu, Sam Steed, that's the running order behind that. It's the way things stand. Atlantis doesn't have DRS just yet, but will have it the next lap and is trying to get by AMS Rain right here. And I forgot to go over the constructor standings as well, but McLaren do have a close battle with them from Alfa Romeo, from AlphaTauri. They're all within 9 points of one another. All three of those teams. This should be a close battle on the constructor standings, but with McLaren having a great start to this race so far, it could go either really, really well for them, it could go rather really, really bad for them with the way things are starting. And Bama Outlaw gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And Matty Mumu is actually out of Atlantis' DRS as a thing stand. And now for this race lead, 4 tenths separate that gap between AMS Rain and Atlantis. But there's a big train from that point on back, and GSR Silent has spun again. Behind that, or sorry, ahead of that, there's this battle, of course, that you see from this race lead on back. Matty Mumu has caught himself back up with the help of the overtake button, while Atlantis is trying on AMS Rain one more time. AMS Rain extends Cop corner, but Luke picks up a 3-second time penalty. And Adam Fav, he gets by KDX. Adam Fav actually has to run off the racetrack. He loses positions right there. Riles goes through. Good move by him. 5 tenths the gap.
Yeah, Riles has gained 6 positions off the start, so it's been a great start from GSR Riles. And he's also on the better strategy on those mediums, so he could be on for good points. He's been waiting for a good result, so hopefully it could come today.
Have to find out. Both McLarens have got themselves back in the DRS train for the race lead. Atlantis, Matty Mumu, they're all picking up that fastest lap in the third lap of the race. Now we go into lap 4. We have Adam Fab pitting as well. I think he might have took some damage right there by running off the racetrack. But as things stand, it's AMS Rain, Atlantis, Matty Mumu, the top 3. Six tenths, the race lead again. I mean, how are these McLarens going to have to work together to keep the 1-2 spot that they had in qualifying ahead of AMS Rain? How are they going to try to keep that spot? Because they got blown by in the start. How are they going to keep that, or try to keep that, Paulo?
I guess just try and keep in DRS and just hope for mistakes. That's really all they're going to need, because if you make any mistake at Silverstone, I did a practice session earlier, and one mistake just costed everyone. Just one mistake can really cost your entire race, because you're gonna be as AMS Rain actually goes off the circuit, he just made a massive track extend, and Atlantis is being passed by Matty Mumu.
Something's happened there, and now that's got Matty Mumu almost out of DRS range, which has got Sam Steed up to Atlantis a little bit closer than Atlantis would like, with the pack of Chile, with the pack of Bennett. So really, with things stand, McLaren sitting really in the top 6 right now as things stand, with all drivers that they have in this race. Yeah, I mean, yell flag, that is Alabama Outlaw again. But yeah, I mean, back to the Bennett tier 2 conversation. I get what people are saying. I get him going to tier 2. But the thing is, it would be, when that championship was decided with Patriot, Davis and them, then Patriot got moved to tier 2. And we've seen what happened. Patriot gone on to win a race. Utah Alpha has spun out now. But yeah, like we said, we've seen Patriot go on to win a race in tier 2 with that. I know people say, oh yeah, Bennett, he should go to tier 2, he should go to tier 2. Well, as much as I want to see that, would there be enough spots for him, though? That's the question. Would there be a ride open anytime soon? And even the championship battle, you got to really think about that as well for tier 3. I just got to put that out there. But yeah, a second between that race lead. Matty Mumu was trying to get himself back into DRS, but I don't think he's going to be back into DRS range just yet, because he's not close enough as things stand when he hit the detection point. But his teammate, Atlantis, though, he's close enough to maybe make an overtake if that is capable of happening. And yellow
Oh,
flag.
GSR
That
Riles
is
is out
GSR
of the
Riles
session.
actually out of the session. Whoa.
I
He
jinxed
spun
him.
off, and that's with Davis. Davis has got
Oh, and Davis
collected.
is involved as well. That could be crucial. Adam Fab is also
And
on
that's a
the side.
safety
Safety
car.
car is out. And what are
Wow.
these lock? Why are the guys who haven't GSR Luke pits? This is gonna be great for the likes of GSR Luke. People who are when the safety car came out just before the pit entry. This is gonna help GSR Luke get a pretty good undercut on these guys. He's gonna go onto the hard compound tires.
I'm scared about that safety car driver. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Look at the safety car. Look at the safety car. Oh my god, I'm scared for them. I'm really scared for that. The safety
Oh,
car's just in a
no.
bad position. Okay, he's pulling off. Good. I was gonna say the safety car is in a bad position. Well, Davis had said what happened there is he lost the car and tried saving it, and Riles was already there. That's what happened to Riles, out of the race after 5th place finish last season in this race. In the wet race it was. I mean, yeah, not so good for him this time. Pitting for hard is Utah Elephant. Pitting for hard is Davis. Early safety car to start off this race.
Yeah, now what are the guys at the front who haven't pitted gonna do? I mean, I'd say they're gonna go on to hards. I mean, I don't think mediums can make it to the end.
Drive through for Bama. Wow. But I will say, Paulo, what we've seen in Tier 3, we saw people pit around this time. Not at this time, but around this time for mediums. So I'm curious to see. Mediums, hards, what are we going for here? Well, into the pits this time. We must go with AMS Rain and Matty
Oh,
Moon.
Alanis is actually really slowing up. Is he trying to help his teammate?
Double stacking.
Oh yeah,
Double
he's
stacking.
the double stacking. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I thought he was slowing down to try and help Mali Mumu, but
Well, I
that's
know
actually-
Sam, Chili, all those guys behind won't be too happy with that. And there might be some collisions in the pit lane here pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if anyone got a 5-second, but no, there was not. Anyways, AMS Rain going for the hard. Matty Mumu going for the mediums. Interesting call by him. And then Atlantis going for the mediums as well. Interesting here.
yeah, has
Hard
Alanis
for
been
Sam Steed. He has been jumped by
no.
Sam Steed, actually. Wow. Well,
Alanis is on the medium.
mainly hards for everyone, but the McLaren boys have all gone to the mediums. So, interesting call by all of them. Interesting.
With how F1 2020 is, they might get a punct. Their tires are gonna die at the end, so it's all about them not getting a puncture. Just don't channel your inner polo gun and
Whoa,
don't get a
what's happened
puncture.
with Atlantis? He's got passed by Luke here. Luke may have to give that
Legal-
back.
Legal overtake, yeah, and he has.
Oh, and Atlantis
no,
is slowing down again as well.
What's going on here? Oh no.
Not this again.
This happened with I don't know who it was. I think it was Dylan and CJ in tier 3,
Yep.
where the illegal overtake does not know
This
what
is
it's
just a
doing.
mess. This is just a mess. Look at this. What the hell?
What is going on? Roz left the session. Yeah, this is a massive. It's like massive train.
Luke's got a 5-second.
Yeah, that might have been.
Who's next?
That might have been the game's fault for just not doing what it's doing. I don't know.
Oh my, F1 boy slowing down again. What? Oh my god. And Luke is actually spawned under the safety car, I think. Something's happened with him because he's down to 7th. He was higher up, but yeah, people who jump people in the pits as well. Bobby the Human as well, up to 6. Not bad for him. So position change. Bobby the Human, 19th to 6th. Utah Elephant, 18th to 10th, even though he got involved in what almost was going to cause a safety car for a moment. AMS Rain 2 positions for him. He's got the race lead. Yeah, Silent Milo and the McLaren boys have all gone to the mediums, so this is very bold. This safety car may or may not help them. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Interesting.
Yeah. It's all about. I think they can make it. I honestly think they can, but it's all about really good tire saving.
Yeah. GSR, or not GSR Luke, sorry, Kagoda, had asked, would that get removed with, what happened there with, Luke and, them getting the 5 seconds? Well, if if there's not another safety car, and if there's not another safety car and it's served, he still can get that removed. But if there's another safety car and it is served, he won't be able to get that removed. Just to make that in simplest terms. You telephone on AI, never mind, he's got out of it. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised there because Atlantis has got jumped by Matty Mumu and them. But this is also big for the championship because look where Adam and Davis are both running. 15th and 16th. Wow.
I mean, they can obviously make a comeback, but it's... Although this is one of the best overtaking tracks, when you're in dirty air, it's still gonna be hard to overtake.
You don't want to jinx it, you know? Definitely don't want to jinx it. I see that in the chat. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there's for sure. We saw last season, probably the most overtakes we probably had for the lead in this league. And at one point, with switching around between Rizone, John, Jack, Boker. I mean, we all... Cobra. I mean, we saw so many lead changes in that race. I can't even count. I think I need more than just fingers and toes to count.
Forget that Mike and Beckett's moment between John and Jack.
Oh my god. Definitely not. But one moment we definitely can't forget about last season, was really the crossover point and being on the right tires at the right time because, you know, I know this is a dry race. I know the safety car's coming in this lap, but if those boys on the mediums cannot go the rest of the way, will we see another thing like Austria? We saw how Landis saved his tires in Austria. 60-something% he was on, when the others were on 70+. Landis is good at tire saving, but I didn't think he was that good. And we already saw what's capable of happening. The safety car's in, and AMS Rain is about to go here for the safety car restart. Braking, about to go now. Getting ready for the safety car restart, and here we go. We're off and we're away for the safety car restart on lap 9 out of 26 now to the line. AMS Rain actually gets a 3-second time penalty for that for running wide. And at the back, GSR, Luke, KDX, one of the Mercedes has to go off on the runoff. And KDX does get by Luke as well there. And GSR Chile battling with Bobby the Human as well. Silent with a 3-second. And at the back, there's a big train. 11th on back, really close to one another. But right now, AMS Rain keeps the race lead. And he's got almost a second ahead of Matty Mumu and them. At the back, Milo and Silent, they're side by side for a moment. Ahead of that, though, Bobby the Human and GSR Chile, though. This is into Sector 2 this time. Bobby the Human around the outside. Bobby the Human did have damage, I believe, on lap 1 or something that had happened. He got involved in the accident with Milo Gaming at turn 1, but they're still side by side. Bobby the Human is ahead of GSR Chile right there. Good move by him. And now GSR Chile trying to fight this back into cops this time. GSR Chile down the inside, cannot get through. And Atlantis does get through on Sam Seed, though. That's for third.
GSR picks up a penalty.
Locking up. Yep, with the penalty right there. That's not good for him. That's definitely not what he needs. Definitely wouldn't want that, for sure. And Atlantis, the gap has really not fixed itself, has it? Luke has got by KDX, his own teammate, and behind that, Bennett has got by Brake Tester, but the two Haas and McLaren drivers battling it out here with one another. Bennett had to extend that corner and actually gets a penalty from it, and that's Davis out of the race. Out of the race. And
that's another safety car.
Wow.
What? A safety car for that?
Oh my god. Wow.
Maybe.
Well, this is huge.
I don't think it was delivery.
I will say.
By looks of work, his cars. I don't think it was delivery. He might have spun it as stow. He got spun out.
Yeah, no way it was deliberate. He was near the cars. I didn't, unless someone would clip it. I mean, I don't know. Well, that's the second retirement of the season, Davis, and he said silent spun me. Interesting. Know your corner names. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know them. I know before the Belgium race. I know I searched up every corner in like a Wikipedia version of the track. I'm not doing that this time. I'm not that excited, but you know, I am noticing you. You know, but yeah, I know Cops, Abby turn 1. I know as well.
I know Abby as well for a certain reason.
Stowe, yeah. I know a few corners, so I'm trying, man. Oh yeah. Did you not see me name every corner at Silverstone? No, I didn't. I didn't see it. No, but now as things stand, those guys in the mediums. the safety car may just help him right here. That's my big question. What's gonna happen here? AMS Rain pitting. Now is he going for the mediums? This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, he doesn't think he's gonna make it on those hards. He's gonna might fall down the. No, everyone's pitting. A lot of people are pitting.
F1 driver, I'm not gonna remember this shit, man. Out of 5, yeah, like you said, I think it's a 5-second for speeding in the. Oh my god, Brooklyn's, yeah. See, I've heard of so many of these corner names, but I don't remember them. I don't. I'm sorry. AMS Rain going for the mediums. I would assume everyone pitting goes for the mediums. GSR Chili, Utah Elephant. Yeah, everyone pitting does go for the mediums, so fair choice.
Oh, lads, my food's arrived. Let's go.
Hey, I got food after this race, so I'm happy. I got food for the NASCAR race. I'm happy with that, at least.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to watch that.
Yep. Oh. Charlotte Roval. Road course. At least we can't say, oh, they're turning left this time, bro. You know, so, yeah.
Oh, the pink car.
Oh, the pink car. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's a pace car. I don't know how you can get the pink car and the pace car messed up. They're not an actual driver. I mean, hell, the pace car. I mean, I think the real winner of this race, though, if there's anyone, is the safety car. The safety car gets to overtake the week, I think. Out in the last 2 hours. Yeah, give it.
Gain 20 positions.
F1 driver, it was still going with those corners. I'm still gonna call it what I want to call it, but yeah, I will. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm looking up a track map for this race.
Oh my god.
Bryn track map. Okay.
Well, at least the safety car won't be in this lap, I think, because everyone's trying to...
Oh, I knew that corner from last season. Left field. Okay, I don't know why I didn't call it. Wow.
Left field is not the long right-hander.
Yeah, turn 7. Oh, I called it the long right-hander in tier 3. Why doesn't long right-hander now? No, I'm just looking at oh yeah, there's food, I guess. No, I'm just looking at every corner here. Hanger straight. How did I not remember that? Chapel. How do I not remember this? What? Okay. I'm. Yeah, I don't mind Raptor. I don't mind. Look at questions. Okay, well, I'm just enjoying myself under the safety car, though. Just put it that way. Safety car's probably led more laps than, Polo has this season, so yeah. Anyway,
I mean, you're not
look
wrong.
At questions. Yeah, I'm not wrong. What am I supposed to look at questions for? No, it's scripted dry. I don't know what you want to look at questions for. Aaron Ocon messaged me. Yeah, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, I got a track map now. Don't.
Always have to get the go Aaron Ocon to solve your problems.
Oh yeah, enjoying and okay, F1 driver. Not like that, but okay. Rain for tier 1. So it's not dead. Well, it'd be dead if it was rain in tier 1. Look at tier 3 and tier 2 last season. I mean, it was boring. Well, something's happened with Sam C because he's gone off the racetrack. He's got no front wing. Sam Steed contact with Bobby the Human under the safety car, and now this has compromised him. And yeah, you could just see what's going on right here. Sam Steed with no front wing at all, and this is creating a mess.
Yeah.
Milo Gaming gets a 5-second for ignoring the L flag. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is insane. Wow. This is so stupid. Why is this a thing? GSR Chili 5-second. AMS Rain 5-second. GSR Chili 5-second. We're just handing out penalties like it's no tomorrow. Alabama
You get a
5
penalty.
second.
You get a penalty. Everyone gets a penalty. Love Codemasters.
That's right. That's right. Very
well, my food's arrived,
very
so
sad. Very
at
well
least
said.
I get to watch the safety car restart while not feeling hungry.
I get food for damn interviews. Anyway, well, it's Burger King. What are you getting? What do you got?
Burger and chips. Not from Burger King. It's some local chipper.
Okay. Well, you tell if I'm probably me for this. I'm getting my chips, fries, as you guys. Well, fries is what we call it. Fries, yeah, and probably a Bobby the Human going to pit. Probably gonna serve the 5-second, maybe retire in the pit lane. Who knows? I was gonna say the thing I was gonna say though is that oh, excuse me. I was probably gonna get some fries. Probably some chicken fries, you know, something like that. And got some more barbecue just in case I eat some more chicken whenever it's dinner time. So yeah, little nice story under the safety car. This is why I love safety cars. We get to talk about whatever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a you're right. I did have fries this morning. During F1 qualifying. You're right. I did have some fries, and Utelfin was tagging me in a Twitter post about hey, here's your fries or something, here's your chips, and like crisps, chips, this is the difference, right? And he tagged me in some Twitter posts, and I had I'd sent him a screenshot. I was like, you know, I'm gonna make myself some fries for for F1 qualifying. You know, I'm hungry, so screw it, I may as well. And yeah, I had a Nando's earlier. Okay, what else is there? Ate Mexican food. Yeah, that stuff is good. KFC is greasy, I agree. McDonald's is salty. Yeah, I can agree. Especially their fries. They're very salty. I don't like it. I like their fries, but I don't like how salty it is. Atlantis has got a 5-second for ignoring the yellow flag. I do not know what that's for. What's that
Ignoring
for?
yellow flag. He was ahead of Luke though. What?
What?
He's in second and he's
Okay.
getting a penalty for that? What? Oh, okay.
We've got so many damn penalties for ignoring the yellow flags. Rapalucas got a collision warning with the safety car. Okay, this race is chaotic enough. I don't need to hear it. Well, 5-second penalty for Milo, 5-second penalty for Rain, Chile, Bama, Atlantis. Well, what the hell?
Safety car finally in.
Yeah. Wendy's, I hear that. All right, well, now it's time for the safety car restart. The two McLarens lead 1-2 while Luke is side by side with Atlantis. Trying to pass him, I guess. But hey, you got Matty Mimo, Atlantis, and then you got the two Mercedes drivers. A brake tester. Oh, there's carnage at the back. Brake tester, 5-second for him. Utal, 5-second for him. Well, we're about to go for the safety car restart. That safety car is now in the pits. Matty Mimo leading the safety car restart on home soil, and he's 8/10 ahead of Atlantis already. That's how much of a gap it is between them. And look at how far back the Mercedes drivers are as well. 9/10 between them. And it is green, though, for the safety car restart. Behind that, you also have Bennett trying to overtake F1 boy. Bennett goes off the racetrack at the following corner. I gotta remember the corner names now. Well, behind that, heading through Abbey, Silent gaining on Callum. Through turn 1, Silent down the inside, though, on the curb, making contact with Callum. Callum does have a bit of damage, and AMS Rain does get by Milo Gaming. Well, Callum still side by side with Silent again. There's wheel to wheel, but again for this race lead, Atlantis is caught back up to Matty Mumu, and these two McLarens have pulled a really big gap over the two Mercedes and the pack behind them. It's kind of like 2014 or 2017 Mercedes. These McLaren drivers have McLaren in tier 2 will duke it out for this race victory. I'll tell you that one. AMS Rain side by side with GSR Callum. This is through Cobb's corner. Callum around the outside. He's extending the track, but AMS Rain gets it back though. Oh, Callum cuts the corner right there.
Oh. Actually, it was Rain behind Callum, so it was Rain making the move on Callum.
And there goes Milo Gaming, barges his way through on GSR Chile and getting his way through. That is GSR Callum as well. But Bobby the Human is off the racetrack at the back. F1 boy with a penalty as well. But Milo goes through on his teammate, goes through on GSR Chile. Chile around the outside though. Oh, there goes contact.
Milo squeezed him, but I don't think the move was on.
Sam C gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But you also have Bennett, who is currently sitting 5th and trying to challenge on KDX as well. This is into turn 3 this time. Yeah, I think with Chile Milo, that was just Chile making a move that was never going to work. But figure it out. Bennett goes down the inside here at KDX. Contact made. Around goes Bennett.
Again, this is so pretty reckless incidents. That move was never on.
Yeah.
Well, it was on, but like
being made. That was so, and you could see he's just having to more of the rear tires after that one. F1 boy gets by KDX right there as well. But yeah, that's the problem. And for the race lead, actually, something's happened with Matty Moon Atlantis because the race lead has changed. Atlantis has got ahead. But yeah, the thing I was gonna say is that with the way these moves are being made, it's just like they don't really care. They want to go for every move possible, and I guess they really want to overtake of the week. And there's that's Bennett off the track. And in front of that, AMS Rain brake tester side by side between them, a little bit of touching between them, and contact again. Brake tester has to go in the pit lane almost, and AMS Rain did really force that issue, a little bit of contact with them. And yeah, a lot of these incidents are really just forcing the issue. You know, I mean, I know McLaren might say, hey, well, KDX should give room there, you know, whatever it may be, but there's been so many incidents where there's cars not fully alongside one another that moves are never being made. Moves should never be made there. You're not fully alongside the person. Why try dive at the last second? It's not going to work. Pitting is Bennett. He's probably going to change a bit of front wing. Well, he's out of the race now. He's actually retired from the session. But in this front three, it's Atlantis, Matty Moo, and GSR Luke who's on the hards. Interesting call by Luke, of course. Or interesting call by McLaren, like I said before. But interesting for Luke to be in the hards.
Oh, safety car, silence out!
Ooh, and where is that? That's out of left field.
Left field, he might have just lost the car. And how did he pit it there? What? His car is off to the left, spun around.
Might have got hit. Matty Moon was off the track under the safety car, though. Matty Moon off the track. And that's costly because that's allowed Luke to get ahead. Oh, boy.
What is this race?
Wow. I think Sam Seed put it perfectly when we were talking to him when he was setting up the lobby. This race is going to be a shit show, and it really has been. But yeah,
I agree.
Luke heading into the pits. It's been I wouldn't say it's been dirty necessarily, but I'd say it's just not been. It's just people making clumsy moves. That was a move that was never going to be made by Bennett, and that was never going to work. But yeah, I mean, McLaren got to be happy as things stand because they sit 1-2 with their cars left in the race. With that being said, maybe Matty Momo takes that second back over, and GSR Chili's got a drive-through for speeding under the safety car.
Wow. Okay, I'm having a look at penalty. I'm afraid to but all right. Atlantis, 5 second. Lean, just with the one warning.
Well, what's Atlantis' warnings with the 5 second though?
2 warnings. AMS Rain as a penalty and that 5 second. Brake tester has a 5 second and a penalty. Rap Lucas has just that warning. I think that was hitting the quote unquote safety car. Bama has had a 5 second, a drive through which he served, and another 5 second. And Fav has only a 5 second. GSR Chili has 3. He's gotten 5 penalties. GSR Chili has a penalty and 2 warnings for just a penalty for that one boy. GSR Luke has a penalty, 2 penalties. One is a 5 second. Milo Gaming has that 5 second and 2 warnings. KDX is a penalty. Hotel has 5 seconds and 2 warnings. Bobby the Human has 5 seconds. Brake test is up to session. Is he retired? No, I'll add him back there in a sec.
Well, GSR Silence left the server.
Oh, the server?
Yep.
Oh no! Please don't tell me.
Not another Alfa Romeo driver gone.
Bruh.
Well, time to get Bennett. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, 2 warnings, a 5 second for Atlantis. Just going over this again, just so people can actually see it verbally. A warning for Matty Momo, which might have been under the safety car for going off track. AMS Rain has got a penalty plus that 5 second from the safety car. Penalty and the 5 second for brake tester. Warning for Rappalucas. Bama's had a cluster of a race. He has many 5 seconds. Brake tester's joined back. I didn't even know he left.
Oh, I'm inviting him back.
Okay, I didn't realize. Adam Fav, 10 seconds worth of 5 seconds. Oh my god.
It's like only like 3 people don't have a penalty.
F1 boy, wow, yeah. GSR Luke, you mean penalty right there? Oh my god. Milo Gaming, they just got the 5 second, but you can probably get that removed, I think, depending on what that is. I don't know. Penalty for KDX, Utah Elephant. Just no penalties for him. Bobby the Human. Now let's stop right there. Bama's got a 5-second again. What's happened there? Well, something's happened there. Whoa! Into Adam Fav! He's went into Adam Fav! Under the safety car.
He's left the session.
And he's left the session.
Was that deliberate?
What the fuck? That might have been deliberate. Oh my god. And Chili, I would not pass that car. Yeah, unless it's allowing you to. Yeah, this is gonna create a mess. Yup. Oh my god.
Okay, so this might be the biggest mess in ARL history. Yep, chill, you guys.
These are
5
chilly.
seconds.
5
Everyone's
seconds.
gonna get a 5 second.
What the Milo Gaming 5 second? What? This is such a cluster. Is the safety car in? It's not. It has to stay out. No, yeah, no way. KDX 5 second. Oh my god. I think I'm about to lose it, man. I don't know what. It is Spain season 2 with Danny Sketa. It is, yeah. That. I don't understand that. What? Thank God that car's going to pit, but why did he just leave the session? What's going on? Like, invite him back, Paulo.
Alright. I'm sorry, this is just a joke at this point.
Yeah, the safety car shenanigans, and there's been 3 safety cars. That's ridiculous. The fact people are trying to overtake that car. I mean, I know they want to, I know they want to get by it because, he's not in the session, right? But the fact people are trying to overtake that car and then, like, they're stopping. Accept the 5 second or don't. I don't know. Like, I know I don't want to get a 5 second for an illegal overtake, but you got to deal with it. It's this shit game. I mean, I don't know.
Like, if it was off a restart and the car was, like, off to the side, like in Hungary last week in Tier 1, then yeah, it's fine. But on the safety car, you can't really overtake him.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm
Yeah.
not looking forward to post-race interviews.
I'm not looking forward to distorting.
Oh no. No, thank God. No, thank God my mom let me go to my nan's today because
Yeah.
now I can
Yes, I
stay
think
up
so.
late and actually do stewarding.
Well, I've got pings somewhere. I don't know where, but main chat. Give Bennett silent C. I see. Well, it's got to go through with everyone, man. Yeah, there's only 5 laps left or something like that. I don't know what you want. Anyway, will the safety car be in this time? Because Bama isn't fully caught up. We'll find out. Anyway, safety car, is it coming in this time? It is coming in this time. Anyway. Interval gap, trying to fix itself, of course. Luke gets a
And Luke has
5-second penalty for colliding with F1, boy. Oh, boy. And if there has to be one race that has to be identified as a mess with safety cars, this has to be the one. I don't think we'd ever get to this point in this game, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought F1
Anyway.
2019 was bad with the safety cars.
Well, the race lead is trading between Atlantis and Matty Moon. That might be a bit interesting, but we're back to the start. As things stand, we're green. And Atlantis, that's going to be an unserved 5-second penalty at the end, but he made sure to get that removed. That F1 boy, a 5-second penalty for collision with GSR Luke as well. Atlantis got 2 5 seconds actually from that. And AMS Rain is trying down the inside of Atlantis' teammate Matty Moon. Through it, turn 1, AMS Rain stuck it in there and gone through.
Dolphin picks up a 3-second penalty.
F1 boy and Chili, they're side by side. F1 boy goes ahead. They were wheel to wheel for just a moment there, but it was close between them. And now Bobby the Human trying to go wheel to wheel with Utah Elephant. Can't really do so there, but you have up in front of that KDX wheel to wheel with Matty Mumu. And KDX goes ahead, but Matty Mumu, I'm sorry, Milo Gaming might be trying to switch back, but gets into him. Contact is made and around he goes.
Oh boy.
Ah. Well, what a mess. Don't know what other way to put it. If there has to be one tier 2 race that has been dirty this weekend, or if there's to be one race that's dirty this weekend, probably gonna be the dirtiest. It's this one, I'll tell you that. But
Hopefully tier 1
isn't
isn't
the
as
corners
bad.
a little bit. But here comes AMS Rain actually for the race lead.
Yeah,
Here he goes.
Amos Rain's been
To
pretty
the right
good
side.
last couple of laps. Come on, is he able to move?
And
Yeah, he
Atlantis
gets the
had to
move
try to
done.
defend that one.
But
Goes
Atlantis is
through.
gonna try and come back at him around the outside. Is he gonna try and get the inside line? No, he can't. He's not gonna do what GSR Chile did to Milo Gaming and just stay
Oh,
behind.
contact! Adam Rapalukis. That's back at 5th. They were the wheel for a moment. Rapalukis has to back out of that one. Look at GSR Luke go through. And damage has been broken at the back of the pack as well.
It was Milo Gaming
GSR
because
Chile pitting.
F1 boy had to back off from Rapalukis.
Callum gets by his teammate. So does Sam as well. But AMS Rain taking that race lead. I mean, even though he's got the 3-second penalty, Atlantis may try to appeal his 5-second penalties that he has gotten. So this race win right now, unofficial if it happens. Keep that in mind. Well, things stand behind that. Milo Gaming's going off. What's happened to Milo? He's out of the race now. And retired on track right there. But you have F1 boy trying Rapalukis. Rapalukis really defends that one a bit aggressively right there. That's 5 drivers out of the race now. Oh boy. Well, Adam Fav kind of holding up the pack of Luke. Fresh new softs for him. Luke tried this in Hungary, and there you go. You've seen what happened there for Luke. Took the race win out of that. And AMS Rain leading the race again. Lap 22 to 26 with the fastest lap. Keep that in mind. But behind that, F1 boy is trying to Rapalukis. You also have side-by-side somewhere at the back as well. But there's a train. Luke goes around. Out. Almost. Of the race, and he's out. Luke's out of the session. Behind that, F1 boy's been spun around. Resets to track. What's happened there?
I hit Rapalukis. Oh my god.
Probably the human passing Rapalukis or getting passed by Rapalukis. Oh my goodness. Do we really need post-race interviews at this point?
I don't know.
Oh my god. At this point, I'm not even wanting to do a post-race interview with anyone. This is just a cluster. Well, yeah. Sir Luke's left the session. He's gone out of the race. Oh my god. Chile's got a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. What?
Who?
Is
Oh.
that Chile? What's going on here? Well, this is a bit weird.
Guess he's over anyway.
Well, yeah, F1 boy, Sam Seed, Utah Elephant. Little battle back there. Bobby the Human gets by Rapalukis. Sam Seed as well. Down the inside of Utah Elephant. He does go through. Utah Elephant does have a bit of damage from something that's happened. And Sam Seed can't get through right there. And Utah Elephant, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But yeah, F1 driver, you said abandon this race? I don't know. I mean, I think I don't want to cancel every race that happens that's like this, because we'd be canceling like Bahrain every season with tier 2. We'd be canceling many races, and I don't want to have it that way. It don't deserve to be that way. I think with the way this race is gone, I think the stewards need to not be very easy on everything. Stewards need to be very harsh, and harshest penalties need to be given for the stupid shit that's happened. And I'm sorry for my language, but hey, that's being honest. I've swore about too many times this stream, so don't worry. ARL Season 3, Race 8, Drive to Survive. Yeah, I agree on that one.
Survive to
yes,
drive.
Survive the drive. I read that wrong. The penalties are going to flip the grid, and I know. And there's going to be a lot of appeals, so yeah. And I was just going to say, yeah, you can't abandon. We'd be abandoned every race at that point. I don't agree with that, but AMS Rain has got that 1-second lead he's got over Atlantis, and there's the yellow flag that GSR Chile right there, heading into the pits this time. Maybe going to retire the car there. Yep, I'm going to guess so. This is for a points position. Oh, that's Callum! Around!
doesn't have damage, but look how he went to the barrier, but he doesn't have damage. Chili actually hasn't
Well,
retired yet.
Adam Fav got past the brake tester, I believe, and AMS Rain also got the fastest lap of the race as well. Extending that lead just a little bit more. While that's happened, Jester Callum, after his spin, he's trying to battle Alabama Outlaw. He almost spins to turn one. He saves himself, unlike Razone had happened last season, where he spun himself to turn one because of all the grass on his tires that he had. What does this race come to? Anyway, KDX, close to F1 boy as well. Just for 9th, 10th. Callum with a 3-second penalty. I might need a self-check after this race. I don't know what I'm saying half the time because this race has just been utter crap with the way the collisions have been. But hey, focus on the bright side. New leader. New leader from what we've seen before. AMS Rain leading the race. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this might be a controversial opinion, but I think this race is worse than Bahrain.
Depends what the sorting report will look like. But anyway, Adam Fav does clear and get by brake tester right there. He is ahead for that position. Behind that, KDX and F1 boy as well battle. Yeah, if there's any race though, I gotta ask Paulo. Well, hold up, battle happening. Brake tester on Adam Fav can't get through right there, but the overtake button right here around the outside. Oh my God, he might be able to try this around the outside. Adam Fav really pinching him, but down the inside again, side by side. And Adam Fav around the far outside. But yeah, if there's one race specifically that is horrible, and that is the most dirtiest race ever in any tier that separates the rest from being the worst race with dirtiness, what race would it be? What race would it be that separates the rest?
Either Tier 3 Japan from the season, Tier 2 Bahrain.
Doesn't matter, the season could be anywhere.
Oh.
Can be one race, anywhere, any race.
Honestly, I think Tier 3 Japan was probably the worst race in terms of dirtiest, even throughout all the seasons.
I think Tier 2 Bahrain Season 2 or Australia Tier 1 from last season. One of those have to go up there. I do agree with you. You said Japan, it has to be up there. But those two really, are the main ones that stick out to me. But Adam Fav ahead of brake tester right now. Not for much longer because brake tester, with the help of DRS, is gaining on him. G-Star Chili's picked up another penalty. And is he even a lap behind? He is a lap down. Wow. Okay. Well, Sam Steed on Rappalucas down the inside of the final chicane. We've reached the final lap now, and contact made. Sam Steed, Rappalucas have took some damage right there. Sam Steed taking some damage. Contact with Rappalucas. Not so good right there. Ahead of that, KDX, Rappalucas, side by side between them. This is into turn 3 this time. Can't get a move made because Rappalucas is ahead and Sam Steed ahead of F1 Boy as well. Well, just want to do a quick penalty check. GSR Chili has got the fastest lap. AMS Rain does have the penalty plus the 5-second. Matty Mumu as well doesn't have anything at all. Just keep that in mind. Now, will AMS Rain try to appeal that 5-second, though? We'll have to find out. Race win? Who knows who's won this race at this point? We'll have to find out. Based off those 5-second, based off those 10 seconds. To find out. And yeah, I'd have to agree with Cobra right there. Worst thing I've commentated too, yeah. Well, heading to the final sector for the final time. AMS Rain, ever since he took the lead, he's kept it. Coming into the final chicane for the final time. He's going to win the race on track. Now off of penalties, will Matty Moon be able to get it with that 5-second that AMS Rain's got? AMS Rain winning the race on track with the unserved 5-second. Atlantis not too far behind, but Matty Mumu is going to take the win off that 5-second, but it's unofficial. Behind that, Adam Fav, brake tester, what does things look like between them? Yep, things don't really change much. Bobby the Human up to 4th, not bad from him. Well, I think a lot of things say this race will be reviewed very bigly and very hugely with all the penalties that's got to, give people. But what cluster of a race that was.
Yeah, well, I'm not sleeping tonight because I'm gonna be up all night doing stewarding.
Oh, tell me about it. I think we can do interviews with the. Well, I don't know. I don't even want to do interviews at this point. I really don't.
I
You
don't
tell often just
either.
spinning it around.
Uh,
You tell often just spinning it around, showing what a joke this race is. Just to put it that way. I don't like to say that about
yeah.
my own league, but hey, I mean, this race has been very, very, very dirty, to put it in simplest terms.
Yeah, I'm appalled.
May as well
As a
just let you
comment,
tell if you have fun.
as a racer, as a racer, and as a commentator, I'm just appalled at the level of racing it was today, and and how broken this game has become.
Yeah, no other way to put it. May as well review the podium, I guess. We'll do it. Screw it.
Tier one. Hopefully, isn't a mess. Hopefully, tier one isn't a mess tomorrow. Jeez, I can't even speak English. Really, I'm Britain. I can't even speak proper English.
Right?
Oh boy.
Well, that's the podium getting in here for interviews. Oh my god. Well, what a way to put it. Right? That's how I feel.
Honestly, Egon, the safety car, man, just gets away from me. Like, do you know, illegal overtakes as well? Because people don't know how to, like, get away from me. Luke gave me from being side by side, and Matty gave me by side, and the game glitched out completely.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I was like, I saw you and Luke giving like trading positions, and I was like, it's probably the illegal overtake glitch. Where,
No, I had that twice.
yeah, so stupid, man. This game is so fucking shit. I'm sorry for swearing, but like, I have to say.
I don't care. I don't care at this point. It's just showing how bad this race has been. You know? There's no other way to put it. This race was dirty. I don't know what way to put it. There's no other way to put it, really. There isn't. That race was dirty. Well, I don't even know who to start off with. I may as well start off with the unofficial winner, because of all the 5 seconds. Well, all the 5 seconds, everything given, and all the mess of the race that was. Maddie Mimu. Well, we'll go with it as you stay on the podium. We'll go with it as that. But
I'll do.
I mean, game calls you the winner. What do you think of the race? That was just not the cleanest race for sure. That was a shit show, you could probably say. Make sure your audio's included.
Well, everything happened behind me, so I just saw it come up with retired from the session, and 5 seconds later there was another safety car. So yeah, I mean, pretty uneventful from my perspective, but hey, what can you do?
Well, if you do keep the win, in case Atlantis or AMS Rain don't appeal their 5 second, how do you feel then about you being on the podium, at least at the minimum?
Podium I'll take, considering my recent races, but yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, not really much other way to put it. Paulo, do you have any questions for Maddie Memo?
Honestly, I don't even think I have questions for anyone at this point.
Well, I may as well start with AMS Rain. We're gonna go quick with interviews, as you could tell already. But AMS Rain, make sure your audio is included. Well, I mean, you won the race on track. Off penalties, not so much. Will you be willing to appeal that 5 second you got under the safety car? And what do you think of the race?
I'll peel that 5 second because what happened is I don't know what happened to Samsey, but he went off to the right and I overtook him because he was on the grass letting people by. And then I had an illegal, he overtook me, and then he let me back to go in front of him, and then he just went right back to the order. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get rid of the penalty, so I'll appeal it. So yeah, if that appeal goes through, then I should win. But I had an incident with one of the Alfa Romeos, not Utah. I overtook him into the corner after the Wellington straight. He made a little bit of contact with me, but I feel like that was just racing. But then he stupidly went for a move when like there wasn't a car's width, like a dive bomb. Tapped the rear end of me. I nearly span. I luckily saved it, and he went right into the barriers. So, and I had a little incident with brake tester that he was going on the outside when there was no room. No one got damage. Didn't spin out, so I don't think I'll get penalty for that. So yeah, if I get that 5 second removed, yeah, I'll win. So yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I know during WOR you usually watch the stream. I'm pretty sure while you're racing, if I'm correct. Am I correct on that? Usually
Yeah,
do.
yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching the stream or hearing anything that was going on, but what did you think of the driving standards today? I know you didn't have to really focus on it too much because you were up front, but what did you think of the driving standards that you at least saw today?
Um,
Because it wasn't pretty.
I mean, it wasn't pretty, but I have to admit, obviously there was dirtiness, but that happens in most races, like a couple of incidents. But I think the game was at fault for the incidents. I think I have to say that. I mean, it could have been a lot cleaner, but you know, different
Yeah.
people, different groups mixing up together, anything can happen. So no, I think it was fine. I mean, game this year we know is just a bit rubbish, but yeah. No, I don't think it was dirty, but it wasn't dirty in a like trying to be dirty way.
Right. Now, your first podium though, at least we'll go with that at least for now. We don't know what the results will look like after all the post race appeals, penalties. Starting will be a mess. We'll put it that way. But yeah, with your first podium and your first full time race, how happy are you with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I had a good qualifying when I set my pole lap, but obviously did one pole at the end. I know I could improve, but I made a really bad mistake in sector one, what put me 4 tenths behind my time, and I got it back to 0.08. So I reckon I could have got pole with a 140. No, a 124.1. I reckon I could have got.
Yes, a 140. I agree.
Yes.
No, okay. Yeah. No. Congratulations on the podium. Paulo,
Yeah.
do you have any questions?
No, I'm still lost for words from how tragic that race was. Still,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to watch the race back, that's just horrifying. That's just the way to put it. But yeah,
I always watch the races back on the streams
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to see, because obviously I'm not looking at the stream when I'm racing, because
right,
I'm not. Then I wouldn't be looking at my car, and that would be
right. Dangerous.
yeah, it wouldn't end well. Let's just say that. So yeah, no, I'll watch it back, see where I could have improved potentially. Yeah, I'm very happy with the result, and hopefully I get P1. But we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Congrats on the podium. Atlantis, do you want? I'll ask you because I'm ready to end it. Do you want to? Do you want to be interviewed? It's up to you. Well, do you want me to do it through Discord again? Like we usually do. It's fine. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. No,
Totally
I just want to
agree.
ask you though. I know the stream won't be able to hear you, but what do you think of the driving standards? I just want to ask you about that.
Rain is a great driver. I'm glad he's back because now I have someone to actually contend with. Like, he's actually quicker than me, so it's nice to see him tripod in my opinion.
Yep, I can agree with that.
Well, but behind me, fucking hell. Luke, what the fuck is he doing? He's right up my arsehole in the same spot. Leave a car, mate. Leave a fucking car.
I wish the stream could hear you, man.
This would get clipped so hard. Hey, what?
Underneath the restart, you went side by side and you gave me a 5 second.
Oh, my bad.
Struck me up even more.
I do apologise.
What the hell? Like, the best thing about that race was when I held up with Prix, so Matt could pit and then I pitted without getting held up.
Yeah,
If you saw that,
I did see that.
but that was like top part my hour. No one's ever done that before. And my smart thinking held up with Prix because they can't overtake me.
Right.
And let Matty have the free pit stop, and I don't get held up in the pits because they have my car already.
Well, you did get passed by Sam Steed, so you know.
But one person did.
One person. That's right. Yeah. That's true. That is true.
It was
No.
The safety cars. People need to learn how to drive. I think we need to introduce a rule where you have to be behind the car in front by a car's gap.
Mhm.
That way people won't be fucking idiots.
Make it clear. Make it more clear, I guess. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I had I had put in the new rules after Austria was in the safety car stuff. Don't attempt to overtake someone, especially if they're AI. Especially if they're an AI. Don't attempt to, because there's no point in that. You can go side by side, at least at the minimum, but at the maximum, I should say. But
But no,
yeah.
I think we need a rule where when the safety car is coming in, do not be side by side with someone. It's all right when you're actually like after the lap because sometimes you can actually like speed up and
Right.
be quicker than the car in front. But then you set that going alongside.
And then like, for example, Callum made some sort of mistake in Austria and like got next to Patriot or whoever it was, and it caused an illegal overtake and caused a mess at turn 4. It's just like you go side by side with someone in this game, the game won't line up like it. They'll just say, "Oh, legal overtake, give that back," and then when you give it back, the other person will have one, and then when they give it back, the other person will have one, and it goes back and forth. It's like a flip flop game. It's like Uno with the reverse card. Yeah.
0 penalties, 2 warnings, and then I get like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, very little 3 seconds. I put him under pressure the first 2 laps, and he went so wide off the
Yeah.
before
Ups.
seconds from that. And definitely won, but I think that that's what I'm saying. I think we need to just introduce a rule where people should use the car's gap behind them when the car is coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to figure it out. I mean, I don't mind you helping out with stuff like that. I don't mind, because I know you've been an admin before. So, yeah, stuff like that. I know people couldn't hear Atlanta saying how there needs to be sort of rule fixed on that and made it more clear. You know, stuff like that. It's kind of what you said. But yeah, that's what I mean. I created rules. People don't look at them. People don't listen to them. So what's the point? I mean, that's my point of way looking at it. I don't know. I was gonna say as well. Sorting's gonna be a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah. Now, Paulo, I want to ask you before we end the stream and talk about Tier 1 tomorrow. What needs to be done to prevent this? And F1 driver, your team leader had mentioned canceling the race, something like that. What should be done? In your eyes. Paulo?
I don't know. I mean, the stewarding's gonna be a mess. Everything's gonna be a mess at this point. I mean, I guess it's up to what the stewards do. It's up to what us as admins do. Right now, I have no idea what we should do, but we'll have to look into it.
I gave the idea, I will say, of like decreasing that penalty point stuff. Not many people wanted it, but at this point, you may have to get it to that point because people need to drive without their damn heads up their ass. That's the way to put it. I mean, people are driving with it up there. I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm gonna say the truth. They are, and it's getting ridiculous. It's getting absolutely ridiculous how it's going. Especially for tier 2 as well. Like probably one of the more competitive tiers of the league, and this stuff happens. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. I see Maddie Mumbai left, so I'm gonna end the stream. Make sure you tune in for tier 1 tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UK. Hopefully that's a cleaner race. Hopefully we get what we want. And yeah, we'll figure out stewarding by then, and we'll see you then tomorrow for tier 1.
Yeah, screw you, coach.